I haven't let go of the mentality that it was a biggie wiggy, you know? So I thought like maybe that's where I need therapy. And then I saw the prices and I was like, girl, here in my country, 2,400 bucks is like, my goodness, I have never seen prices this high before. Okay, like damn. And then guess what happened, chat? Guess something absolutely insane. Apparently, right? Does your PayPal work? It does. Please don't give me any therapy money, chat, because I'll say this. It's insane, but Vshojo offers to pay for your therapy. I don't know if you guys know this. I think maybe other like talents have talked about this before, but Vshojo offers to pay for your therapy. So like they will reimburse you for therapy funds. Kura talked about it. Chat! It's insane! And the thing is, here's one thing, right? Here's one thing that I don't know if maybe this is a me problem or like maybe this is why I should go to therapy or something. I feel bad accepting the offer. Dude, you don't know how crazy it is. Because I remembered this. My managers told me, right? It's like, listen, we get it. Like, because before I joined Vshojo, I told them everything. Because I'm the type of person that's like, if you're gonna have me on your team, I want you to know exactly what you're going to have. Like, the good and the bad. Like, I'm not going to be like, I am the perfect person. I am the perfect fit. If you have me on your team will succeed. Period. I'm not gonna fucking lie. So I told them everything. I was like, listen, I'll do my best. I would consider myself like, I do work hard, but I know I have a lot of issues. Like, so it will take time to kind of like unravel it, you know, like. But yeah, that's why it's like, I can definitely afford therapy. It's just like, I have to cut costs on other aspects of my life. And I'm like, oh, do I want to do that? I don't know yet. And that's where Vshojo came in like fucking insanely clutch. Okay, Vshojo was literally, they were like, listen, I told them everything. Like, I told them more than, obviously, I'm not gonna talk about on stream, right? I'm not gonna fucking trauma dump on you guys. But I told Vshojo, like my managers, everything I can kind of like think of, like, oh, I'm gonna be real. I am very aware that these are some things I do, and when this happens, and it's because of this. Like, I know that, so there's all of that. Like, I have some baggage with me. And I thought at that time, I was like, shit, I'm not gonna join Vshojo because I gave them so much. Like, I know a lot of people come with their own baggage and stuff. But I feel like I came in with a lot. The girls always talk about Vshojo offering free therapy for its talents. Okay, so I can't talk about it. So basically, I told my managers a lot of shit, right? And I was like, yeah, listen, I have, like, I wouldn't call it PTSD or anything, but definitely a lot of things freak me out. And it's not even freak me out like, oh my god, like, it freaks me out to the point that I can't do anything. Like, I'll just lay down and I'm just like so freaked out and I can't do anything. So I'm like, yeah, I do have some shit. And I thought for sure that I was not gonna join Vshojo because I was like, you know, who in their right mind would hire someone that's like, like willingly admitted the fact that they can be dysfunctional, right? So I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I would rather them not hire me than hire me and like get something that they didn't know, right? Like, for the least, like, they're really nice people and I don't want to scam them. Mel talked about how they got her. Oh, a specialist. Dude, that's a crazy thing. Like, I even told them, I was like, yeah, I got some stuff. And they just like, oh, we can help you with that. That's like all they ever say. Yeah, it's like, instead of being like, oh, yeah, maybe we won't take that. All Vshojo ever has told me is like, we have someone to help. Like, that's always their response. It's insane.
Think of it like this. Vshojo paying for your therapy is them investing in your long-term health so that you can perform at your best for them, so don't feel bad about taking their offer. Also, you're uniquely entertaining, in the not throwing shade way.
Thank you, Thermal Thumbs and Fries. Fries being nice, question mark, sausage. But yeah, that's the thing, right? I just feel like VSHOJO has paid for so many things. Like, behind the scenes chat, for me, I feel like they've done so much and I haven't even returned the favor yet. And because of that, like, I can't just like, you got scammed. I feel bad taking, because here's the thing, like, people would hear this and they're like, oh my god, you know, free therapy. They give out, because I told Vshojo, like, I do have some problems talking. Like, it's not the language, it's more of like I have a stutter sometimes, and when I, like, during some moments the stutter can't go away, right? And they're like, oh, we can provide a like speech coach or like language teacher. And I was like, oh cool. And they're like, yeah, no, we'll pay for it. Yeah, they're like, we can pay for someone to like help you with like your speech problem. If you want, like, if it's something you're that insecure about, or like you just want it gone, we'll pay for it. You want to learn another language? We'll pay for it. You want to go to therapy? We'll pay for it. Like, I don't think I've literally at this point, I don't think I've spent a dime on like, I mean, I've spent money on my own like setup, but like, if I were not to be in VSHOJO, I've spent just whatever I need to spend to stream, right? But everything else, they spent on it. Like, those teasers, they spent on that.
Work is always of more value
it's
to
nuts.
the recipient and the giver than feeling sorry for yourself. Zane Koji got
I do have to get that through my head, but... You know,
Wait,
like...
are we being nice?
No, like, I'm not here to, like, talk big about VSHOJO. I'm not the type to praise things very easily, but this was so insane to me, okay? Like, I told them, like, this literally happened in a course of a month. I told them, I was like, hey, I want more accessibility for Southeast Asian people because I'm Southeast Asian, right? Like, your merch doesn't ship to my country. So I think we should work on that because, you know, it'd be weird if I'm like, hi, I'm from Indonesia, and then I don't ship to Indonesia. Like, that's just weird. But yeah, I was like, I want it to be more accessible, not just to Indonesia. I mean, like, Malaysia, Singapore, a lot of places, like, if, like, Southeast Asia, East Asia, Asia in general, right? Like, I want to be more friendly towards this area of the world. Instantly, they were like the next day, they were like, okay, let's discuss it. Like 24 hours later, they're like, are you okay with pushing your debut back by like a week? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Like, we can debut a week after if you're fine with that. And they're like, yeah, okay, then. They sent someone to Asia. Like, they flew one of the representatives to like Asia to sort everything out. I was like, are you fucking insane? I mean, if it's like, oh, we had meetings. Like, no, they had to ship someone. They had to fly someone over to, like, go into IRL meetings, shake hands, you know? Because I did tell them that's what Asians do. Like, the thing is that there's a difference, right? With, like, how Asians do their business and how Westerns do their business. A lot of Asians really like doing business if it's IRL. Like, we need to see each other, physically shake hands, agree. Because that's, like, how you show respect, right? So we're open to, like, doing online stuff, but most of the time we'll see you highly. Like, we see you better if we met you. You know? Because it's like, you're more... You trust this person more because you've seen them, you've met them, stuff like that. That's just kind of, like, polite. It's just, like, a respectful thing. It's not necessary, but it's, like, a extra step to be respectful. So they shipped someone. Like, they just flew someone in. Had meetings, sort shit out. I was like... Excuse me? They never charged me for anything. Like, that I'm pretty sure have cost, and they never like billed it to me, you know? And then I was like, oh yeah, I have this project, I have that project. They're like, okay, we'll get someone to do it, easy peasy. Never billed me. Like, those teasers, I was like, oh yeah, I want to have more like people in it and have like like, I didn't say production team, I just want like more so people will know that there's people working behind the scene for VSHOJO. They did it. They're just like, oh yeah, don't worry, it's in our budget, don't worry about it. And apparently now it's like, oh yeah, therapy, it's in our budget, don't worry about it, don't stress. It's the mentality is very like, if you want it, we'll get it for you, free of charge. And the thing is, chat, I've just only been here for
Zane
like
Kochi
not
got
even a
scammed for
month. I haven't paid them back and I feel
$3.33.
really bad.
Yo, Vshojo is wild for that. So much love for Vshojo for being amazing. So much respect for them now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I respect them so much to the point that like I don't want to spend any more unless I really, really, really need it. You know, like unless I really, really like without it, shit will fall apart. I don't want to do that because I haven't paid them back. Like I haven't done anything like to them, you know? Your job is just to stream. That's such an odd thing. I'm so used to like anything will be billed to you. It's like, oh yeah, the most we'll do is hook you up with someone and then like you have to tank everything else. Or like at least in my case, chat, my experience have been like I don't even get hooked up with anything. So just having them like hook me up with people is already insane to me. And then they're like, oh yeah, no, we'll cover it for you. What? I'm so used to being like, hey, I need help with this. And they're like, good luck. Have you tried Googling it? So, like, that's the thing. I talked to my manager, right? I told them a couple of days ago, I was like, hey, I really appreciate you a lot. Like, I just want you to know I really appreciate you and everything you've done for me. Like, you know, I'm really, really happy. Stuff like that. And they're just like, yeah, you know, like, we're very happy working with you too. Like, I hope you're having fun. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry that, like, there are some delays and there are some problems. And, like, thank you for being so patient and understanding with us with, like, all the issues we had to go through, etc. And I was like, girl, shut your mouth. What do you mean patient? Okay, their version of, like, thank you for being patient is me waiting, like, 10 minutes. That's them. Like, I don't worry about it. I'm a very patient person. Trust. I'm wired to wait 3 months. Don't worry about it. They're like, oh, thank you for waiting 24 hours. We will do our best to not have this happen ever again. How dare we make you wait 24 hours? I was like, bro, I could sleep for 24 hours. Like, don't even stress. Yeah, they're so insane. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't mean this as a diss, but like, I don't even know where they begin the cash. Like, if they're so willing to spend so much, not only money, but time and effort. Okay, they spent so much manpower, time, effort, and money on someone like me. Like, I haven't even debuted. This is my first week, okay? And they just, like, did all of this for me. I was like, I am for sure not profiting you at all right now. Like, at this current moment in time, I have not given back. So, why? Why do you do this? Yeah, unironically, I've told them, I was like, hey, you know, I think we should be a bit more mindful with how much, like, you're spending on me, because I haven't really made anything back yet. So, you know, like, what if, right? Like, this is something I actually... this was a genuine concern that I have voiced to them. I was like, I'm not saying I will. I'll try my best not to. But what if I fail? Like, what if I'm a big flop, right? You've spent so much money on me, so much time, effort, and manpower on me. What if I fail, queen? Like, what if I'm not, you know, what if I'll never make the profit back? And they're like, oh, it's not about that. You know, we just do it because we think you deserve this. I was like, yes, because you assume? You think I deserve it? Bitch, what the fuck? I don't know. That got me a little. I was like, you got scammed. But the numbers don't lie. I was like, at that time, I didn't even have a Twitch account yet, bro. I haven't set up any of my socials, and I'm like, what are the basis of why you are spending so much? Because here's the thing, right, chat? When you invest on something, you will always look at statistics. That's like how businesses usually work. So I was like, what are the statistics of you basing off of all the support from? What's stating this? Like, what makes you think that this is going to be a good investment? That I am a good investment? And they're like, we don't. Lol, we know. We know you're a good investment. You're worth it. And I was like, damn, shut your mouth. Don't hit me with that shit. Get out of here. My ancestors looking down at me like, what is this business practice? This is others' appreciation of you. Dude, I got so flustered. Like, I don't even know how to respond at that time. I was like, what the hell, dude? I have never, in my life, unironically, not even like, oh, in my adult life. Like, no, ever since I was a kid, I have never been treated this way ever before. So I was like, even when I was younger, it's always been like, oh, if you have good grades, you get good things. Or like, oh, if you win a certain amount, like if you're a certain position in a competition, you get good things. So like, numbers always mean something. You know, like if you get a 60 out of 100 in a test, starve, loser. Not starve, but like, you don't get good things. But if you get like 90, you get good things. So it's always like based off of numbers for me.
Scammed for $3.
So this
it's
is
a
so
gift
odd.
Like any other. Just say thank you and smile. Smiley face.
Say thank you. I can't. I feel so like it's not even like I feel in debt in a bad way. Like, I have never been this motivated to like pay someone back before. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for the $100. What in the world?
Place behind. You're among the light now. This is how normal companies operate. Not
no, it's not.
This is normal. Good company behavior.
No, I will say this actually. Thank you for the $100, but this is not normal. I have worked for so many offices, companies, corporations, a lot in my life. Like, it's not like I have one job experience. I have multiple. I will say this with full confidence, right, chat? At least in Asia. I don't know about the West, but in Asia, VSHOJO is not a norm. VSHOJO is definitely it's different. Oh my god, we got the Nyan Cat song playing. But yeah, VSHOJO is not normal. Like, if you consider this normal, you will like high-key... Yeah, it's a... What is it? Out here? Exception? Yeah, VSHOJO is definitely an exception. Like, this is not normal. At all. I'm listening to happy music. Thank you for the bits and the sub. Welcome to the scamberships. Yippee! Like, it's those things where VSHOJO should be normal, but it's not really. Like, before I even joined, right? I told them like, hey, this is like some stuff like I did go through, so I need you to be like 100% transparent. Like, I don't care. I even told my staff this, like, I don't care if you take like, if you take all my donations, I do not care. Like, I think you guys are amazing and I want to support you. Like, if you're like, hey, we'll start taking all your money, I'll be like, okay. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be like supported and treated like this. So I would willingly give you all my money because I think you're amazing. I just need you to be transparent, right? So I don't file my shit wrong. And my manager's like, no, we will never do that. They're like, no, we will never do that. Okay, your donations and your support is from your community because they love you, and we will never take your community's money from supporting you. So please just take that.
Michi stories are better horror content than Outlast 2.
Dude, I was sweating from all my pits. Yeah, I was like... they were like, no, we will never take it. Please no, like, we appreciate the fact that you want to support us back, but that's your community supporting you. So, you know, I think you need to... like, that's just yours. That's just yours. However, because of your thing, we will be very transparent. We will even give you, like, legal support instantly. Like, the moment I spawned in, they gave me, like, legal support. So it does give me a lot of peace of mind, just knowing that I do have a legal team behind me now. So, like, if anything bad were to happen... oh my god. Knock on wood. Nothing bad will happen. Oh my god. Okay. But if... hopefully not, something bad happens, I have people.
Quick, rewrite the contract and the pay stub language.
Oh, meow.
Patch got scammed for
They're
$3.
so nice.
Wise words from Michigan. At least I've had something up my butt. Zen Mochievee.
Shut up, Patch. Yeah, there's like, I have a legal team, and something that I really appreciate was when they gave me, I don't know if I can talk about this too much in detail, but I'll just say like a little bit. When they gave me like my contract to sign at first, right? I read through it and I consulted with like one person that's a law student. I have a friend that's a law student. So I consulted with them and I was like, oh, the contract looks really, really good to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type to read my contract, okay? So people that are like, please read your contracts, I do. All right? It's just different situations in life, like you'll see different things as a good thing and a bad thing, right? So I was trying to read it to be like, okay, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I'm trying to see it in the most like pessimistic viewpoint, right? Like I try to be as pessimistic as possible. And I thought the contract was good. So I was like, okay, I'll just sign it. I signed it the next day and I sent it to them. And then my manager was like, we are not gonna accept this. You have to consult with an actual lawyer, or we will have to we will hook you up with someone that we know, but preferably it's someone you know and you trust. We will not accept it unless you genuinely consulted with a professional lawyer, not a law student. And I was like, I don't know anyone. I don't know who I can like do it. And they're like, if you don't know and you can't afford one, we will give you the money to afford one. Just make sure it's your lawyer, nothing to do with us. Someone we do not know isn't working for us. Your own lawyer, and we will support you. We just need you to know what you're getting into. And I was like, why are you scaring me? See, now I'm scared. But I was like, okay, fine. So then I ended up going to an actual lawyer. It took us like 2 whole weeks. 2 whole weeks. I could have done it in 24 hours, okay? But 2 whole weeks, and they were so patient as well. They were willing to wait. Because it took me so long to find one. Because most of the lawyers here, like, they don't know a lot of things about content creating contracts. So it's like, how would they know if it's a good or a bad thing, right? So I had to, like, meet people, discuss, and be like, oh, this is what I want. Like, I just want to feel safe. I want to feel that I just want to be safe. And I, like, worst case scenario, if the other person screws me over, I'm not too screwed. Like, that's what I'm saying. So my lawyer went through the contracts and literally they were like, bro, like, you will never be screwed. Like, you're good. If anything, you're kind of screwing them. Like, I was like, okay. Is that okay? I don't know. That VSHOJO's so, like, anal about... like, something that gives... like, I like about my manager is they are anal for my safety more than myself. And I'm very anal. Like, I am so... I don't know, like, paranoid over my own safety, but my managers are, like, double. Like... it's sweet. It's very sweet, but also sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I never thought about that. Huge! Good catch, good catch. And they're like, oh. Like, sometimes I would tell them, like, oh, I want to do this. And they're like, okay. I was like, oh, I'm scared that this will happen. And they're like, oh, you should check this to make sure it doesn't happen. I'm like, oh my god, Huge, you're so smart. You're actually so smart. Like, I trust them with my well-being more than I trust myself. They're actually like my mom at this point, okay? I don't know what to tell you, but they're like my legal guardians. They are my legal and actual real IRL guardian. If anything ever bad happens, just I want you to know, my Cohen Panini, your name will be on the emergency contact list. Yeah, that's why when I said, like, I actually feel like I'm part of the family here. I mean it. Like, they're just insane. Like, they are so protective of everything. Like, not just like my job. They're, even though technically if you think about it, my managers should be protective over just my job, they're not. They're protective over my emotional stability, my security, both legally and IRL, just like any security. They are so, like, protective of everything that I'm just like, damn, dude. I'm just like, hey, how do I not accidentally, like, dox myself? And they're like, you know what we're gonna do? Take this VPN, take this, take that. Like, they gave me so much. That's why now I have a VPN and I don't know how to turn it off. Because they told me how to set it up, but they didn't tell me how to turn it off. They were like, take this, take this, take this. Make sure to clear all your data. Make sure to do this. Restart everything. Refresh. I was like, okay, okay, noted, noted. Now that is so sweet. I love him very much. I don't know. I feel like this is just insane. It's just weird. I feel like I'm in a coma. That's the best way I can explain it. At least from my own words. I feel like right now I'm in a coma. And once I wake up, I'll be like, oh man. You're streaming over VPN? I don't know. But it says it helps. They said it's a very natural one. So hopefully it helps. Like it's like not a... It's not something that people will be like, oh my god, they use a VPN. It's like, oh, it looks so real that no one would probably know. They can't even guess that it's real. And I was like, okay then. Now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have told you guys. If the whole point is for it to look so natural, I just told you guys like, oh, it's not real. Maybe I shouldn't have said it? I don't know. Oopsie. Dear manager. Help. You shouldn't have. Okay, Shanna, keep it between us, okay? Just shh, don't tell anyone. I'm new to this. I don't know what anything works. Well, the thing is, it's not just VSHOJO though. It's a chat too. Like, you guys are assholes, but you're so nice. Like, you guys never do anything bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, last week I was so scared that something bad was gonna happen. Like, you know how usually when a new Vtuber debut, and then there will always be people that are like against you, or like they root for your downfall kind of a thing. You guys, I didn't see any of it, and you guys are just so sweet. I don't know, you guys are just so nice. Like, my mods are nice. My chat's nice. Everyone is just... Like, you guys are normal. You guys are normal people with normal brains and common sense and respect. And I really insanely just appreciate everything. It's not just like, oh, manager's great. There's no but. Like, manager's great. Community's great. Chat's great. Team's great. Everything's great. Huh. As someone that likes to complain, there's nothing to complain about. I'm gonna complain about that.
That's a good one, Kek.